Hello, family. Hello, lovies. Happy Friday. I had to look to make sure I wasn't wearing pants. Okay. Now, remember, today is our shortened show. Shortened show, okay? Shortened show. We'll go as quickly as I can. I hate rushing tarot readings because I like to give you all the little nuggets that I can. It just means I have to do less questions. So put them in there quickly. Okay. If you want the guaranteed answer, use the coffee page. But I'm going to quickly go through announcements. I'm telling you, my humanitarian group, we should have waited till today to have the meeting because there's more information. All right. Reader's Digest condensed version of headlines. If you want any details on these headlines, you can email me or you can go look it up yourself, which I always recommend you do your own research. First and foremost, this weekend, happy birthday to Joe Petrie tomorrow, and happy birthday to our dear sweet Rocco on Sunday. Okay. I know that JoJo is traveling tomorrow, and we wish and pray for safe travels for her. She found a home for Smiley, and we'll be taking her there. All right. And Joe, Rocco, I don't know if you've received your birthday cards. If you have not, blame the mail people. It will be arriving by horse and buggy probably this time next year. Okay. That's what y'all get for being born around Christmas rush. Okay. What else we got? Now, it's been requested by a couple people. So y'all write this down on the calendar. On December 5th of 2025, Jen was nice for 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to extend the Christmas sale. Some people need to save a little money. It is hard this time of year because people are trying to do Christmas presents at the same time, but they're really, really interested and want to take advantage of the deal. I will extend it. To when? As long as that little molecule atom of the nice part in Jen is still alive. Okay? We'll see. All right, guys. Let's do this. Trump pardons. When he starts doing pardons, like Honduras president and all that stuff, always question, why were they in prison to begin with if the deep state put them there? Yeah. Okay. Just saying. Always question stuff because now he's getting backlash. He gets backlash about everything, but you know what I mean. What else we got going on? Congo and Rwanda in Africa come to peace and economic deal. It has been brokered. That's a good indication. We talked about African currencies yesterday. This is good. All right. Iraq cuts off all accounts to anyone tied to Hezbollah and terrorist groups. That was a Trump order. So they're doing that. That's an important move on the Iraq end. India and Russia have 96% deal now settled in national currencies with the rupee and ruble. And so this opens all of these things that I'm talking about, headlines. This is opening up to the GCR and the free trade and all of that good stuff with currency resets. This is good information. But like I said, if you guys want to go explore those headlines, please do. They are out there. Use your own discernment because we know some of the sources can be biased. What else do we have going on? Anything? I think that's all. But all right, family. Let's go. Let's get caught up on these stars. Let's see. Kathy, you, Patty, are not the ancient ones. Or is that a question? Let me know if that's an actual question. Okay. Chat's being weird again, guys. Roman, good to see you, love. I did get your email. I wasn't in an area where I could respond to you. But it's good to hear from you. And I hope your table sale goes well. Mary, I will make a note of that. If Roman accepts, I will earmark one of your readings for him for 30 minutes. All right, so Mary to Roman. 30-minute reading. Okay. If I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember it. All right, guys, we're going to have to... It's a question. Okay, Miss Kathy. I think I've got to stop them, guys. This is what happens when I'm rushed, but it's necessary, and so are we. It's just less time you have to spend with Jen without her pants on, okay? So this is good. All right, 17, I squeezed you in there. You have the very last one. If anybody else comes in, I'm sorry. Now, you know my rule. If it's over the weekend or I'm out for some reason and you need a question answered, please use the coffee page. It pings my phone and I can go in and email you the answer. Okay, it's not a problem. You just have to give me time to answer. All right. All right, let's go to coffees. Who's first? JD. Jen, what is my connection to my Aunt Martha? We've never had a relationship, and in the last 6 months, we've grown super close. Grateful for you. Well, 'tis the season. And I don't mean the holiday season. I mean as in people are sometimes seasonal in our lives. I am going to pull cards. But it wasn't important until now. Let's find out why. Let's find out what the connection is. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It is the short show, but I have to drive. Like I said, if you want your question guaranteed, you're going to have to put it in the coffee page. That way I know that I'm getting to them. Let's go as quickly as we can, but I also don't want to shortchange you on your answers. Shady's connection with Aunt Martha. Okay, there's a strong... Okay, Rock, I will, honey. Thank you. Okay, yeah, she's... Yeah, 'tis the season. Wow. Very, very strong connection with your Aunt Martha. I kept picking up that she was your mother in a past life. There was something that you have to fix in this one, but it wasn't time until now. You don't want to know why? There was always this fussing and fighting. There was tension there, wasn't spoken of. I'm talking about your past life. Rocky relationship. In the past position, I have an ace. Okay. You were her child. Okay. This is the relationship. You're both very, very spiritual. All right. How do I know this? Here's your intuitive card. And there's your high priestess. Let's put it in a term. Y'all just two witches that didn't get along. In this lifetime, You're reconnecting. She's more intuitive than you ever realized, and you're more intuitive than she ever realized. Remember when I said that there's a season God really pushes people together or he pulls them apart, and there's a reason for it? He's the one taking this action. Embrace it, give praise and gratitude. And if she is as intuitive as this reading is suggesting, if you haven't already, you might start talking about some of these things and see if it resonates with her. Okay? Enjoy the ride. I think it's always fascinating to find out other family members, if they're blood relatives now or married into the family. There's usually a past connection. All right. Hi, Joe Petrie. I mentioned your birthday. So we want you to have a happy birthday and safe travels tomorrow with Miss Smiley. And when you drop her off, you give her kisses from Crazy Jen. Okay? All right. Now, back over. Thank you, Rocco. I will do that. I'm making a note. That's 2 belly rubs for the day, Rock. Just saying. Inside joke, people. Don't ask questions. Okay. All right. Here we go. Miss Bonita. Grand Rising, Jen. Grand Rising. Please ask Spirit how the rest of December will go for our group here. Thank you. Oh, isn't she slick? Isn't she slick? Okay. What do we got for the rest of the month of December 2025? Now, we could sit here and argue back and forth. Is it December really? Julian calendar, we're still in November. Keep that in mind. Okay. But we're going to use the Gregorian and base it on that energy. So this is kind of our group here. Tell us about the rest of the month. And just so you all know, my humanitarian, I repulled again this morning, and our 3 is still coming up. But I also got a 2 because this week is about gone. So that's interesting. All right. The baby. Hi, honey. I also want to let you know that I got your email and I hadn't had a chance to respond. Just so you know, if you still need me to discuss that situation with you, you can re-ask. We can do that if you want to. I'm always here. All right. Rest of the month of December for our group. Now, this is a collective, so hopefully it won't pick up on someone's individual stress or anxiety. Woo, it's going to be good. A lot of emotions. Lots of emotions coming in here. Okay, I will, Wingsy. Just give me a second. Good, strong major arcana's coming in here. This is always representing, we're in charge of this, but this is a Wheel of Fortune. Could be a little topsy-turvy, but this is going to be emotional. We were already told we'd be on a roller coaster this month. Strength is on our side. Okay. Intuitively expect that they've leaning more towards emotional and spiritual. Okay. This is downloads. These are spiritual dream state and downloads and information. Expect that to be on the rise. especially with this full moon, solar flares, you name it, we got it. Don't be distracted by the 3D and the world. Control your emotions. You decide how you're going to respond. Remember, they're always telling us don't have knee-jerk reaction to things. Yeah. Wings wanted more on it. The base card is your 3 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. You want that one too. Of course you do. Make loving, emotional gestures. Basically, they're telling us we have to be nice. Okay. Enjoy the holidays. Look, happy holidays. That's the biggest victory. Control your emotions no matter what happens. Knee jerky. Yeah. Have you ever tasted knee jerky? I wonder if it's like deer jerky. Bad joke. Okay. Back to coffees. I think that was the last of the coffees. You can still put the coffees in there, but I have stopped altogether. If you didn't come in, this is the short show, guys. Short show today. Just like short pants. All right. Miss Colleen has the first one. Will small businesses get the money they have paid to the IRS back? That's a very good question. We've always looked into individual private money. Small businesses get it. Never thought about that. If the IRS is corrupt all the way around and had no business getting taxes, you would think. But I don't know. It's a yes or no question. Tricky situation. I think it depends on what kind of tax it is. This is going to be one of those. It depends on the type of tax because small businesses pay lots of different tax, whether it's city tax, federal tax, state tax, lots of different things, sales tax, all that stuff. Okay, so we're going into a new system, but this tells me this is going to be very, very tricky. Some things will be giving back, but other things were meant to be paid to help with infrastructure, city services by like first responders and that kind of stuff. So they're kind of fighting this out right now. Who gets what? But it's saying that there will be a celebration of taxes coming back to small businesses. This one just says you have to give it time and they have to figure out what kind of taxes that will be given back, but something will be given. Okay. It'll be happening in the future. There's your 3. Okay. All right. Jonna has the next one. Am I in an envoy program? Kind of a yes or no. Yeah. This is leadership. Head of a group. And this is to assist others. And this is you have been before. That's a in the past memories card. It says yes. Okay. All right. If you're talking to me in the chat, I don't have it pulled up. So give me a second. You just have to repeat it. All right. Miss Sharon, will my granddaughter be able to come home for Christmas, or will it be delayed till the end of January? Well, let's take a look. We'll get let's do yes or no on Christmas, and then if it says no, we'll look into when. Now, Rocco, are you bad mouthing Rubber Duck and the Convoy song? Come on now. Sharon's granddaughter come home for Christmas. Oh. Yeah, but her travels are financial right now. She's not in a spot to where she can. It really wears her out. She really wants to bring baby home. Yes. This is celebration, but this is always the new stuff. I think when she gets home, she's going to realize, I want to come back home, because it's very, very sad. She's very worried about the future. Sharon, I know you've been wanting this for a while, but it says, yes, she will be home for Christmas. And there may be a discussion of, Grandma, how can I come home and stay home? Be prepared for that. But as of right now, the energy says yes. If she has the money to travel, it says yes. All right. Okay, Nikki, what do we got? Hello, doll. Hello, darling. Can I get a look-see at what to expect for the next couple of weeks? Crowning your chickens in royalty. They live in a castle. Why not, right? All right. Hey, what you doing? Okay. Trust yourself. First of all, trust yourself. This is you, Miss Queen of Wands. She's always busy, busy, busy. Say it ain't so. Your Ace of Swords is always about communication and information. Who are we talking to? What are we learning? What are you seeking? This is in the past position. You've been wrapping something up, trying to finish something up. Could be that daggone chicken coop. You never know. Wrapping something up. You may need. Now, this is always the divine creator, but this is leaning more towards, do you need some me time? You might be alone. This is exhausting. It's never really a good time for you to look at you tending to the animals, getting really tired. It's better if Hubs is there. But you're going through this spiritual download, upgrade, getting more information. You've been like studying. I don't know about you, but my brain hurts. There is nothing more exhausting than unlearning. This is into the spiritual. I think that you're spiritually, you expect a lot of downloads. I don't know what you got planned, but you are one busy bee because that reading is all over the place. Okay. Busy, busy, busy. This time of year is busy for everybody. I don't know, but there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders in particular right now. I know. Between chickens and a crazy neighbor and dad and grandbaby, all this stuff. The Hermit is a good reminder. Take some time for yourself. Make sure you're spiritually taking care of yourself because this is going to wear you out. Okay? Oh my goodness. We're going to have to tie you down to something because the energy, I feel it draining out of me. My word. Nikki, slow down. You're like, yeah, right. Who's going to get the eggs? I know. All right. Let's refresh coffee page. All right, here we go. Miss Patty, you know that your sister's in here asking if y'all's old. It's like, I get what her question is now, but when I first read it, I thought, y'all ain't ancient. All right, hi Jen. This question is an ask from my sister Kathy. We just learned that she has a new dragon. He is sapphire blue and gold. We named him Gandalf. You shall not pass. Sorry, not sure I spelled that right. Works for me. You're a redneck too. I identify with spelled things that look like redneck. It's totally fine. Can you look at the cards and see what they have to tell her about him? Okay, let's do that. Totally on board with reading redneck. Spell it correctly. I might have to take a minute. All right. Who has back pain? Somebody's got lower back pain. Dr. Wings here. Please take care of your kidneys. He says drink more water. He tries to tell me that too. And I say, I drink plenty of water. It just happens to be filtered over coffee beans, okay? Miss Kathy's dragon. Miss Kathy, I think this is funny. Patty, had you noticed the resemblance of the colors? Maybe this dark dragon is the true mascot for WVU. What do you think? Whew. Oh, oh. Hang on. Miss Kathy, can you please not order this dragon to go burn people to the ground? Okay. Okay. He's what we call the Punisher of dragons. Yeah. This is judgment. Passes judgment on evil. Removes them. Hang on. And you have the ability spiritually to dictate what direction this dragon goes. All right, now look, we ain't Jesus. We can't be judging things. But in the spiritual realm, you can actually give this dragon orders of destroy that, please. Destroy that, please. We all want one. I want one for Christmas. Yeah. Powerful. This is a dragon execution style. We used to make fun of Deb Grant because her dragon did the same thing. Burned everything to the ground. Wow. Powerful. Blue and gold, yes. Thank you, wings. The blue and gold represent the purity that needs to be done. Purify by fire. Does that make sense? A blue flame, and then the golden is the divinity that comes afterwards. I don't know. I am explaining Wings Pictionary. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it was Megan who has back pain. Okay. Rocco, I'm so glad I don't get offended. I love that. Redneck spirit guide names. Zeke and Bubba. You want to? Yes, please. I love it. All right. Don't forget Earl. Okay. Daryl and your other brother, Daryl. I love it. And old Huck. Yeah, hey, we got a whole family, whole crew. They're all related. It's all good. Rocco's serenading us. I love it. Okay. Hope that sticks. Your songs usually do stick in my head. Okay. As long as it's not total eclipse of the heart. Now let that stick in your head. How about that? All right. All right. Eva's got the next one. Hi, Jen. Last night I had a very strange experience in the astral. You don't say. Okay. Sorry. Sounds normal to me. I was in a very weird place, someone's home, I think. When I walked in, I saw a young gentleman, and right off the bat, we were reading each other's thoughts. It was telepathic. That's very common. I asked him if he was psychic and shook his hand. When we shook hands, something very strange happened while you exchanged energy. I felt a massive energy or spirit enter my body. Was this negative or positive? It didn't feel good at all. Well, okay, I'll explain that, and then we're going to pull cards. When I woke up, my body felt really heavy. Okay, you need to do some cleansing, love. The moment you extended your hand, we always test the spirits. I don't care what realm it's in. If you extend yourself out to touch someone, you are giving consent to absorb whatever they're putting out. Hard to do when you're a hugger. Hard to do when you were raised to shake hands and greet people, no matter what realm you're in. We have to discipline ourselves to not overextend ourselves without testing spirits. So, Eva, I'm going to pull cards on this, but I want you to rebuke the consent that was given subconsciously. And you call in Yeshua, you call in the heavenly hosts, all the angels, and all that good stuff, and cleanse, ground, get rid of it, release it. Don't give permission anymore. Okay, let's take a look. See what information we can get on this person, entity, energy, whatever it is. If energies and entities can't get to you by exposing through their real appearance, they will disguise themselves. Okay, Gaia wants to take care of this. Whew. This is a jumper. I'll explain what I mean. Okay, so there's entities that use hosts for a certain amount of time until they use up all their purpose. And this one needed a new one. And guess who got it? Okay, so Empress is coming in. She has a dual purpose here. Always use her to ground. Even if there's snow on the ground, she still will take that energy. Release her. but she's also about independence and freedom. So this is very possible. This is strong feminine energy. You need to expel this. This needs a new host. This one has run the gauntlet of generations trying to find a new one. Been hunting you down. You're a good candidate. Yeah. Okay. You have some work to do. You need to cleanse. This is a negative entity from Galactic. So, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. The answer is the base card. Wings spelled it out already, but I'll give it to you so you can have a visual, okay? So this is a thief and liar that needed you. This is the exchange of energy. You gave consent, even though you don't think you did. Call in the heavenly angels. Temperance is an angel card to get rid of the devil. I recommend Archangel Michael. Call in Yeshua. Whoever you feel comfortable with. Say out. I'm reneging any consent that I gave subconsciously. Okay? Do it 2 or 3 times. Cleanse. Take a salt bath. Whatever you feel that you need to do. Everyone is different. Okay? Okay. I hope that helps. And then from now on, no huggies, no kisses, no shaky hands, no twerking with them, no exchanging of pants and all that stuff. Okay? We always have to test the spirits. Look at them with a raised eyebrow and go, yeah, who you work for? It's okay to run them through a lot of questions. Okay? All right. Emotions are high everywhere, aren't they, Miss Linda? I'm telling you, this full moon's about to drain everybody. Some places you can see it. I saw it one night, and last night it was too cloudy. You couldn't see it. Miss Sharon, any messages from Spirit that you need to know? That you are loved and you got this. All right. What do you need to know? Usually everybody gets the answer of patience, but we'll see. No rolls in the hay. No Roman. Nope. All right. What does Miss Sharon need to know? Well, that's pretty blunt, Wings. That you cannot save everybody. Okay, Wings. He said also patience with new developments, and he shows me the justice scales. Don't ask me, I just work here. Hold on. Okay. You're going to start being a little more careful and a little more picky. This is the trouble we have with empaths. You're not in trouble, but we get ourselves in trouble, do we not? Do we not take on more than what we need to? We need to learn that word, no. Yeah. You're going to have to be a little more choosy. Okay? You're going to have to force yourself to do this. This leadership role. I know that there might be control things here. Well, but if they just let me control the situation, I can fix it for them. It's like talking to a mirror. Well, they're not learning anything. We can't. Okay? You're going to have to be a little bit more picky and choosy about who you intuitively help. This is spiritual, emotional, financial, advice giving, whatever it is, Miss Sharon. Spirit wants you to know a lot of the ones you're choosing to help are just going to disappoint you in the end. Don't waste your time and energy. Lessons have to be learned. Cycles have to be gone through. But this is going to be an internal struggle for you. You're going to have to distance yourself because this is the internal battle you are going to fight with yourself, going, but I can help. I can fix it. And Spirit's going, stop it. No, they're not learning anything. They have to have a tower moment. Okay. We've all done this. Let them have their tower moment. And then when they fall and realize what they did, then you can come and help protect and move them out of troubled waters. Will you lose some people along the way? They're like, well, you would have helped me. Why aren't you helping me? We've talked a lot recently about God cycling people through us, removing who needs to be removed, adding people who needed to be added. We can't save them all, guys. You know what I tell you? We ain't Jesus, okay? Be a little more strict with yourself about who you choose to jump in and help. I know we want to fix the world. It's a humanitarian heart. Why do you think we all work together and can't wait to do the things that we want to do? We can't do it all, and we can't do it all overnight. Okay? Rock, I'll probably talk to you, but have a good weekend, honey, and enjoy your birthday. I will, you keep decorating for Christmas and get more trees. I'll probably talk to you Sunday. Okay? Okay, Eva, you called in Jesus during the energy exchange. This is good. This is good. Just to repeat it. Sometimes it needs to be done multiple times. Okay? All right. Rock's leaving, but I'm going to answer his question. I'll text it to him if he doesn't watch the replay. Really off topic for you. You don't say. How many Christmas trees does Donna need? No. I saw 35,000 today in my head. That's how many trees she wants. Told you to live in a forest. Is the stick market, well, that's a good name for it, stock market, going to have a mini crash February or March? Again, not my thing, just asking. I do expect something to happen. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm watching my time. If I don't get them answered, I will get them on Monday. If you need them answered over the weekend, put them in the coffee page. I will get them. Is this stock market going to have a mini crash? Yeah, I don't know that it's going to bomb completely, but will it take a hit? I think so. Well, let's see what the cards say. Stock market, mini crash. February or March. Very specific. I don't even know what it's at now. Yeah, it's strategically planned. It's planned that way. I think it's going to take a bigger hit than people realize, but they're going to keep it under wraps. This is a plan. Yeah, a secret plan. It's going to bounce back. It's going to be okay. It will hurt a lot, but I get it's going to hurt more of the negative. We've always talked about a mirrored system coming up because there's your sun and your strength card coming back in there. So I don't think that I think it's just strictly strategically targeted for certain things, if that makes sense. Yeah. But it's going to be okay. I wouldn't worry about everyday good working people that are worried about 401ks, IRAs, and all that kind of stuff floating around. I wouldn't worry about those. I'd watch some of the bigger companies that probably just aren't very good for humanity, if you know what I mean. So it could take a hit. All right. So maybe I'm hoping to see silver hit $60 in the next few days. All right. Roman. Joe and I are taking a flea market table Saturday. Yes, you are. Can Spirit give us a good selling time? Good time to sell. Okay, Wings. Will we do it? Will we do all right? All right. Well, let's see how you're going to do. Wings is saying high noon. Okay. Well, we're not doing a duel in the street high noon kind of thing, but that's high traffic time apparently. Starting at high noon. Then again, a lot of people get to flea markets at the crack of dawn. Let's see if the cards agree. You're going to have some swindlers. Now, I'm going to ask you, which one, you and Joe, is the talker? Who's the negotiator? Because one of you needs to be. All right. King of Swords. One's all talk and the other one's all action. All right. So one of you is Pat Sajak and the other one is Vanna White. Okay. But somebody's got to use their voice. Come here, look at this table. Okay. You are going to have swindlers come in there and try to talk you down out of your, this is getting hoodwinked, out of your work. Don't let that happen. The reason Wings said high noon, there's your sun. When is it at the highest point in the sky? High noon. Okay. It's going to take you a little while, but that's when you need to start. Okay. This is a slow process. If you don't really get out there and advertise it, all right, I don't know, maybe swing from a local pole. I don't know. However, you're going to get people's attention. Throw your voice out there and advertise. Okay. All right. Are you going to do okay with this? Do you have are you taking a female with you? Is there a female involved? Negotiating? Not sure that you're going to sell it tomorrow, but later. Not too far later. I don't know about tomorrow. This is in the future, near future. There's more hope and optimism for the future. There is a very strong female here. It could be a female that purchases the table. There's a very strong female presence here. And that's when the sale will be made. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I don't know, are they open on Sunday? You will sell it and you will do well. Advertise. Okay. Advertise as much as you can. Marketing is huge. Okay. So get it out there. All right, Roman. Anything Spirit can share on the stimulus? Well, publicly they say that it's going to be part of a tax return. But when people file for 2025, let's get an update. I don't believe everything I hear, half of what I see. Because I had pulled on this, I think, early in the week or last week, and it was indicating that they were secretly going to send one out this month, but allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what the cards say. What is the update? Stimulus. Let's ask stimulus this month. Mr. T and his team are well aware of how bad people are hurting. See? This is a strategic move. They're being very strategic about this. People have a lot of fear of where the next paycheck's coming from. This has been decided on in the past. It means they know the amount, they know how much to give. Right at this very moment is in limbo. We also this is remind us to get a different perspective. He words things very differently. And then all of a sudden it will come out. Now, why they feel the need? Oh, I see. What they've been working on is figuring out who's going to get it and who isn't because of all the fraud, just like the welfare system. How many dead people are getting it? How many people that are recycled, illegals, that kind of stuff. Look at this. There's justice. Not a nice list. They're making a list and checking it twice. Going to find out who gets deported by ICE. Yeah. They have to take that down, that system first, the fraud system, before they can really get an accurate reading of who's going to get them. Roman, this is one of those things I don't really know. Now, the base card is a little sad because it says you might be disappointed. But a lot of people could be disappointed because they're not included in that. We're going to have to trust, let's trust God. Trump can do his thing, but I'm going to trust the divine creator. Come back on Monday and we'll ask again. How about that? Let's give it the weekend. All right. Let me update coffees. All right, we're good on there. I have 8 minutes. How many can I do? I have 8 questions. Can I do one a minute? Nope, Jen, because you have a big mouth. Will we see any big changes by the end of December? For real. For real, for real. Okay, let's see. Am I glitching? Yeah. I can be glitchy. I'm just saying. Among other things. It's hard to tell. Any big changes by the end of December? We're hoping for positive ones, not negative ones. Yes, they're in the works. We just don't see them coming. That's the thing. This is not seeing them coming. All right. There's the Chariot, but they're well on their way. They're going to hit us like a ton of bricks. You know how I keep telling everybody, it's just like, bam, one day we're just going to be shocked. That's it. One day we're going to go poof, and it's going to shock the crap out of us. There's generational wealth. They're just, this is going to be one of those. They're going to wait all the way until it looks like we can't do it anymore. All the way up until the very end, and then bam, something's going to happen. I know, you probably didn't want to hear that, but I'm really glitchy. Glitchy? I'm one of the biggest glitches. No, sorry. Okay. All right. Let's see. Judge McWill, the spirit have any messages for you? I'm twitching. Probably. Messages for JoJo. Wings says, think positive, say affirmations. Things will work out. Things are going to be okay. Say positive words. Yeah, that's kind of what they're wanting you to do. Spirit says, look, there's a financial gift coming. There's your happily ever after. These are positive things, moving out of troubled waters. This positive affirmations that, putting the good energy out, not the doom and gloom. The doom and gloom is the base card. That's what's happening with negative talk. Instead of the, well, I hope this happens. You already declare your wins. Already declared it's yours. You receive it. You accept it. That's what Spirit wants you to do more of. Okay? Yeah. Positive is coming. It's not just coming. It's here. It's yours. Claim it. Okay? All right. Wa-la-da. Any messages from Spirit for this coming weekend? Oh boy. Stay out of jail. Tell the Costco manager to order another case of Benadryl. Don't run around like a chicken with your head cut off with the children. Don't clobber your husband over the head with a rolling pin. What does Miss Juaneta's weekend look like? Oh. Are you going shopping? Do your kids want to go shopping? This is one of those conversations that you may have to have with your children. Mom ain't got no money this weekend. You're going to have to wait. This is kids wanting to make new purchases, and not being able to. Okay. And all the disappointment setting in here. Now, we need to understand that this can change. It will change. They will get excited in the future because there's the gift of finances coming in. If the youngins want to go shopping, or you want to go shop, somebody wants to go shopping, they're going to be disappointed. There's no money this weekend. But if they give it time, there will be. The base card is the investments, giving it time. Okay? So, I love your family, but you're going to have to tell them you can't whine this weekend. You're going to have to wait. You tell them that all the time. You're going to have to tell them a lot this weekend. But Mom, it's Christmas and we need to do stuff. Too bad. Okay. Jen's so nice. I always tell my kids, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up faster. Just saying, because I'm a very loving mother. Okay. Miss Mary, did Ty have a good night with his new family? Let's see. We have to do that before I take off. All right. How did Ty do? Miss Mary found a home for her kitty. If you don't know, let's see how we did. It might be more important to ask how the family did, Miss Mary. Ty may have given them a run for their money. I hope you exchanged information. Some people do that. Give him a little time. He did okay. He's going to have to take a little while to find some balance here. There's your justice. He kind of, they wanted to give him the run of the house, like go around sniffing everything. I told you he'd be standoffish. He is. But you've got youngins here. You've got 3 that want to play with him, and he's like, you can back the F off of me, okay? God's watching out for him. Now, Mary, I'm going to tell you something, and don't take it personal, but you probably expected it. You're going to have to give Ty some time. There's your temperance card, okay, for him to calm down. He's going to be all right. But right now, his thoughts are, I've been tricked. It's not your fault. You did what you had to do, but Ty needs time to realize that. Divine Creator's watching him, okay? It's going to be okay. He's a little standoffish. He's hiding a little bit. He's a little sad and disappointed, and he also knows you're sad and disappointed, okay? But give him time. You've got 3 loving kids that are coming through that are going to absorb him and take him in, but they have to earn his trust, if that makes sense. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. It's glitching. I'm sorry. All right. I see the time. I'm going to have to go, guys. How have recent energies impacting our pets for the collective? They're going through their own phases. We have a lot of pets moving on to their next job. They are highly impacted by the moon and sun energies and our energies of what we're putting out there. Talking a lot more, expressing themselves a lot more. Also, the desire to move on. Like, let's move it, people. They can feel the energies changing between the densities. Okay. Like, I don't belong here. Somebody come and get me. Yeah. They are also working on adapting to all these energies. Something's calling, getting their attention as well. Put yourself in 4 legs and imagine, or 2 legs, whatever type of animal it is. Very more talkative in the sense of, tell me what is happening here. Coming to you for answers, comfort. Okay. They just want protected. That 6 of Swords is very important. It's about communication. Please tell me I'm protected and things are going to get better. So let's reassure our pets that it's going to be okay. All right? Yeah, lots of stress. Animals lose their fur. Of course, for some animals, it's natural time for molting and stuff like that, like chickens and stuff like that. But all right, let's see what we got. How fast can I do these? Our carers recent health issues due to parasites. Most generally are. I'm not a doctor. Yes, I know, phone. My alarm's going. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I gotta go. Parasites. That stress. Yeah, she's got. Ugh. I don't know that Kara had jabberdoos. You don't have to have jabberdoos to receive spike proteins because if she's. Ugh, that's what I'm getting. All right. But stress. Okay. Yeah. She needs to do some cleansing, some salt baths, parasite cleansing. Now, I'm not a doctor for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. So go through your ivermectins and fenbendazole, methylene blue. Look at all of the options for the parasitic side. Do your salt baths and things like that for spike proteins. I get that it's more of a spike protein than it is anything, and that's just as bad as parasites. Cleanse for both. Have some detox time. Okay. Speed reading and glitching is funny. I bet it's entertaining. All right, let me check this coffee. All right, Patty and I, the ancient ones. All right. I've had people ask this before. Some are, some aren't. But there are different types of ancient ones. This one's not very specific, so I can only really give you a yes or no to which set of the ancient ones if the answer is yes, because there are different types. You've got different galactic families that claim that they have ancient ones. You have inner earth ancient ones, Atlantis, Lemuria, pick one. But I will do yes or no. Are you ancient ones? In a different density, yes. Yes, both of you are. In a different density. This is strength. Okay. Struggling. The battles between the densities of the worlds colliding and pulling apart at the exact same time. That is the trouble. That's why ancient ones are called into hell. You certainly are. Okay. And a lot of that bleeds over to this world. Okay. That spirit remnant comes in and seek more information. All right. Last question. And then I got to go. And I will be running. I don't run anywhere, but I'm going to pretend. Can you give me a reading on what my nephew saw in the sky last night? All right, 17. What do we got? What did he see? What did he see in the sky? We had a ship above the house again last night that was vibrating the windows, but it was so cloudy. Ooh. Is he the only one that saw this? That was deliberate to get his attention. This says that he was the only one to see it. I just wonder if there's some kind of battle war mechanism going over. The full moon actually brought these energies out. There's some kind of takedown going up in full moon energies. He saw this. Yeah. Something happening to stabilize the energy. There's a little bit of war still going on. It's all good. Tell him not to freak out. Try to control those emotions a little bit. He's kind of all over the place right now going, was that what I think it was? He's going to be okay. You might try to reassure him a little bit. The moon energy had a lot to do with whatever he saw. But he's protected. That's okay. Okie dokie. All right, guys. I want y'all to have a blessed weekend. Once again, happy birthday to Joe Petrie and our Rocco. Have safe travels, Joe. And Eve, if she's going, Kiss Smiley. You all have a blessed weekend. I have a busy weekend. I will see you back here on Monday. And like I said, I will extend the Christmas sale. So if you want to purchase some this weekend, or if you need a question that I answered that didn't get answered, throw it in the coffee page. It'll ping me this weekend. Okay, I will find you. Okay. All right, Joe. You and Eve have fun. Don't party too hard on the road. All right, guys. Sorry if you didn't get your question in, but it's a short show. Gotta go. I love ya very, very much. And I will see you Monday. Bye, guys.